The playoff field started with 16, and we are now down to 8. And it'll be cut down to 4 in the championship race after these next 3 races at Martinsville, Texas, and Phoenix. Round of 8 has some pretty good history. It's been known to be pretty crazy. First year of the format, 2014, we had the incident in Texas between Gordon and Keselowski. 2015, we had the Logano-Kenseth intentional wreck incident. 2016, we had an incident at Phoenix, which ended up changing the whole points thing. And then last year, we had the Elliott-Hamlin situation. So this round could be chaotic yet again with a lot of drama, a lot of chaos happening. The 8 drivers that are in the playoff field: Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, Clint Bowyer, Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, Eric Almirola. And the hottest one right now, Chase Elliott. He won 2 of the last 3 races, and he won 2 races in the round of 8, obviously. There are 3 races. Or round of 12, rather. But he's definitely a guy you got to watch out for. I had him in my championship 4, advancing with a win at Martinsville. And yeah, so he's been pretty hot. Got 2 wins. He's been adding up some playoff points, and he is now 4th in the standings with a 3-point advantage on 5th, which is where you need to be, 4th, 1 through 4 in points. We could obviously have 3 winners, which leaves 1 spot available for points to get to the championship 4. So it could, if like Elliott, or like if Bowyer, Logano, and Elliott won, then the big 3 aren't making it. Only one of them gets to make it. So they may have a giant points cushion, but they still need to win a race, because if any of these other guys win, one of them could get knocked out, or even 2 of them could get knocked out, or maybe even all 3 if they all 3 have issues. So they definitely have to watch out. And the first chaos could end up happening in Martinsville. Martinsville's a short track. There's only one real lane, the bottom lane, and you use your bumper to move people. It gets really bunched up, and there are wrecks. There could be wrecks with lap traffic, and you could be right there and get involved in it. So it could be chaotic. We've seen crazy finishes like last year where Elliott moved Keselowski out of the way to take the lead, and then Hamlin dumped Elliott to take the lead, and it messed up Elliott big time. And then we saw the last lap there where Kyle Busch moved Hamlin a little bit, and then he won the race, but behind him there was absolute chaos, and there was a huge crash coming to the finish. And then we've seen situations at Texas even, like Joey Logano in 2015 when he blew a tire on like lap 8. 2014, Keselowski and Gordon when they made a late race contact. Also in 2015, Keselowski, who was in the playoffs at the time, he had dominated the race, led 312 of the 334 laps, got passed with 6 to go by Jimmy Johnson, who was a non-playoff driver. So that, and Keselowski ended up not making the championship 4 because of that. Well, not just because of that, but that he would have obviously made it because of that, and he did not end up making it. And then, it's been pretty chaotic there too, so every race has really had its share. And then even Phoenix has had its chaos. 2016, Kenseth is leading. He goes down to block, and then Bowman gets shoved in the corner. He hits Kenseth. Kenseth gets wrecked, and that basically knocks him out of the playoffs. And then last year, obviously, Hamlin was in the championship 4. Elliott got some payback, put him in the wall. Hamlin blew a tire, and that ended his championship hopes. So all 3 of these races have potential for a bunch of chaos. And the drivers in this championship, or not championship, but this round of 8, whatever you want to call it, they all have some good history at these tracks. Kyle Busch has won everywhere, so he won the race last year at Martinsville last fall. He won the spring race at Texas. And Phoenix, he's run good at in the past. Harvick, he's one of the best at Phoenix. He ran 2nd in Texas this spring. Martinsville's not one of his best tracks, but he has won there before. Martin Truex Jr., Texas, he has yet to win at in his career. He has run well. He blew a tire and crashed in the spring. Martinsville, he's definitely been better at. Last year, he finished 2nd in this race. I'm pretty sure in the spring he finished 3rd. And Phoenix, he's okay at. Chase Elliott, Martinsville, he has definitely improved at since the beginning of his career. Last year was leading the race with 4 to go before getting wrecked. Texas, it's been up and down. He started off really well. Ever since the repave, he hasn't been doing as well. Running top 10, but bottom of the top 10, maybe even outside of the top 10. And then Phoenix, he's run very well at. He finished 3rd there in the spring, finished 2nd in this race last year. so they've run very well there. Clint Boyer, Martinsville, he won in the spring, obviously. Texas mile and a half, that hasn't been the strengths of that team this year. And Phoenix is Phoenix, and he's been intentionally wrecked there. Logano, he has yet to win at Martinsville. He's won at Texas before. He's won at Phoenix before, so he could win at any of these tracks, really. He has had the best car at Martinsville before, but he got intentionally wrecked. Kurt Busch has won at Martinsville before. It was 2014, back when Stuart Haas had Chevys. Texas, he's won some poles there. He has won, but that was back in his Penske days. And then Phoenix is Phoenix for him. I don't know his history at Phoenix. Pretty sure he's run pretty well there, and he is in a Stuart Haas car. And Eric Almirola, he's definitely been improving this year, and you can't really look at his past runs, really, because he's only run there once in a good car at all these tracks. But another thing I forgot to mention is that Phoenix is now ISM, and it's reconfigured. So what used to be the start-finish line, that is now the back stretch. The start-finish line is now in a little tri-oval kind of thing. So that'll be interesting to see how that is. I don't think it'll change much. I think it'll still be run the same. The track will still be run the same. It's redone. The stands are redone. I'm pretty sure they repaved. I don't expect much difference about the track other than the start-finish line location. So as long as the start-finish line's still there, they're still going to race. It could be interesting if there's like a last lap pass and you have to pass someone, you could just dive onto that apron. But it'd be interesting to watch, obviously. The Martinsville race, as I said, it could end up being chaotic. Same with Texas. I think Texas could end up, if there's like a late race caution, there could be chaos. But I expect Martinsville to be kind of a lot of cautions, and then Texas to be a long green flag runs, not as many cautions. Maybe a caution at the end could throw everything off. Then I expect Phoenix to be the most dramatic race, as usual, with points, and then if someone can win and get in. But, oh man. Martinsville, my prediction. I picked Chase Elliott in my original to get some redemption. He won last week, and he did get redemption at Dover, so I think I'm going to stick with that pick right now, unless I see something in practice and qualifying that I don't like the speed or something. But right now I'm going to stick with Elliott, so I'm still going to keep Elliott in the championship 4. Texas, Truex, I picked Truex in the original. He's still been running well. He hasn't been running great. But Texas, I kind of want to change this. I'm going to change it to Harvick. I think Harvick wins Texas to win his second straight AAA Texas 500. They've just been so good at the mile and a half, so it's going to be hard to beat them. And then Phoenix. Phoenix could be a toss-up. Oh, man. I think these guys that are going to be below the cut line, I think Kyle Busch will be well ahead in points. Even Truex, I think he'll be good enough in points. The guys like Boyer, Logano, Kurt Busch, and even Almirola, they're all going to be fighting for the win. They're going to all be up front fighting. And I think they could all be up there, maybe contending for the win. I think there could be a late race caution. They could be a little bit too aggressive. Two of them might take each other out. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised to see, honestly, any of them win. The Boyer and Kurt Busch and Almirola all are in great SHR cars. Logano's been picking up the pace. They've been running great this year, especially late last week, winning stage and the 100 laps led. Oh, man. Phoenix. Going to have to go with Kevin Harvick again. He's just so good there. It's hard to pick against him at Phoenix. I think he sweeps the year at Phoenix and gets like his 8th or 9th win there. But, yeah, so my championship 4, I think Kyle Busch and Truex make it on points, so I'm sticking with my championship 4 still. I think they're good enough to do it. Elliott, Truex, Harvick, and Kyle Busch. Then I'll do my championship 4 prediction, obviously, but that's my round of 8 predictions of what could happen, what chaos could happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Obviously, Martinsville is going to be exciting. Texas is going to be more long run. Phoenix could be long run, but I think it'll be more dramatic just because it's the cutoff and stuff. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to watch another video, like my race recap, here you go, right here. Yeah. If you'd like to see another video, here you go, right here. Yeah. And if you would like to subscribe to the channel, click on my face. That'd be awesome. you would subscribe to the channel. That made me very happy. Thank you for watching.